All right. Hey, everybody. This is Decryptolorian, also known as DC. I'm joined today by the Warsaken project, a very awesome project brought to us by one of our friends who is loving it. And it's getting a lot of popular views. It's a pretty awesome game. Today we have Coleman from the Warsaken project. Welcome, Coleman.
Thanks. Super excited to be here. I've had a chance to get to know you and Rune a little bit as we've prepared for this, and it's almost like we're old friends joking around in Discord chats and having a good time. So excited to be here, excited to talk to the whale community. Shout out to the whale Discord, and the Legion from Warsaken is here watching on YouTube, and also I think some of them jumped over into the Discord. They didn't want to overflow it and break anything, but I think we got a lot of people here with us.
Man, that's awesome. Yeah, this is great. We have about 149 people watching and going back and forth between the YouTube, and then we have quite the number of people in the Discord as well. So this is great. Oh, it's picking up. We're now at 161. That's fantastic. Today we also have Rune joining us. Rune, say hi.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Man, we are very, very excited. So first things first, to give those of us who don't know about the game a little bit of an introduction, go ahead and tell us about Warsaken.
Yeah, let's see, going back to basic intros. Warsaken was, we started developing it about 2.5 years ago. The team started building the cards, decided to come up with the game. To give a real quick version of how that started, our CEO and the creator of Warsaken, Brandon, he wanted to get a game that he could play with his dad and also with his son. And just with video games being so generational, it's so hard to find people, find games that meet all of that. And so he decided to create one. And so kind of put together a team, started making the game, and built it as a trading card game that was going to be physical cards only. Worked on making connections with card shops, did all the art. We've got 244 distinct cards in the deck, each with different mechanisms, different types, or mechanics, I should say. And they were getting ready to launch on the physical cards. And then I had been in the crypto space, and I had been associated with the team doing some writing, doing a lot of the backstories, a lot of the lore. And I went to the team and I said, hey, you got to come take a look at this. You've got this project that's ready to go. It's a pre-built game. The blockchain has never seen anything like it. And so at the beginning of the year, they came and looked at it, fell in love with the wax space, and we've been working since spring to get everything together to launch on Wax blockchain. And so in 12 days here, we will be selling our first pack sale, and then we're just a couple months from having our first game on the chain after that, the playable game.
That's awesome.
Oh, I was muted. Isn't that sad?
Yeah. So did I.
Rune said exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say that's awesome. But it sounds like we're all pretty early.
Yeah, and that's the great thing. We grew our Discord really quickly. We're at over 21,000 now. But wow. I love to see, such a big legion, because it gives everybody a chance to get in at the ground level. Like our pack sale is coming up, so you can get in at retail prices. And then another really cool thing is we'll have monthly pack sales after that. So even if someone does miss the first launch, or they want to invest more, or they want to get more cards and build their decks, every month we'll sell more packs. We have a limited number of each month that we'll be selling, and they will be from the original mint. So we know how many we're minting. We have all the mint numbers, all the rarities, which I think we'll talk about later, is all factored in to the numbers that we're selling first in the original pack launch and then in the monthly pack sales.
Man, that's awesome. This is my favorite word, obviously. I'm a little speechless, but I'm going to put this on the screen real quick. What drew me to this project is the you had a really nice, amazing promo video that we'll show in a little bit.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was great.
That was great. Great spell. Yeah, let's use different words. Sorry. I like to say awesome a lot, obviously, but the artwork is really, really cool. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about who's drawn it and where you got the inspiration for it.
Yeah, so Brandon is also our art director and did most of the coordinating of the art. And I had a discussion with him recently about what the process is, because someone in a different interview was asking. And basically he started going out and looking for artists and found people all over the world that he liked the style that he could work with, reached out to him, are you available? Said, this is what I'm looking for. And then they would go back and forth until they'd get the final art. And then he's also the designer of the cards. So then he'd add the text, add all of the logos and everything. He also did the effects that we'll see as you scroll down there. And so we have half a dozen different artists that have done art on the cards. You can see in the bottom corner who did the art. And shoot, I forgot the rest of the question or where I was going from there.
Like the inspiration. So it's, I mean, it's Warsaken, so it kind of goes along with the storyline. And I mean, so it looks like you have like foils, and you have this really cool like explosion type stuff going on.
Yeah, those effects are really good. I like that about this.
Absolutely.
Everything you see on this page is considered a premium or an ultra premium card. And so we have commons, which is a black bordered card. And then we have uncommons, which is a full art card. And those are going to be minted in higher quantities. And then everything on this, you can see in the top corner what the quantity is. So on that camel card, which is the GR0 Edge, only 500 of those of each card is going to be made. And as you go down the page, they get more and more rare. And that'll be ever. Like set one, once set one's out and minted, then that's going to be it.
The FOMO has been initiated. Oh,
I think we just get cooler as we go down. Like this is like 200 of that card.
Oh, look at the night vision on that one is great.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
see, and that's one thing I liked about looking at your project here is the fact that people have done in the past have done foils or have done like gold, silver, whatever, but your theme on this seems to be matched in the status of the card, which is absolutely amazingly smart. And I also think that's what draws in a lot more people, is because of the fact that these are different types of rarity, effects, or it's a different sign of a rarity than what you normally see. And that's why I've been looking at all of these cards, and again, the FOMO has been initiated. So
I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I'm in love. I've been in the NFT space for a year or more, and I am in love with the effects here. And some of them are just like so subtle but cool, like that smoke noir. There's 25 of those for each card listed, and it's just like you can see the effect. And whether you got the leader card like that one that you see there, or whether it's a shot of a battlefield or a tank, you still get that feel that you're in a black and white movie. The smoke is rolling across the stage. Everything we do is we try to do according to the theme. Like in our Discord, the ranks are all army ranks, things like that. We have a lot of lore coming out. Each of these characters has backstories and bios, and we plan on doing some novels down the road. We've talked about like some movies, some interactive type adventures, all sorts of stuff built around the world. A question that comes up sometimes is in our packs, we have premium slots and ultra premium slots. A premium slot is anything that is minted from 25 to 1,000. So anything from the smoke noir up on the page you're looking at. And an ultra premium is anything that's minted from 1 up to 1,000. So in an ultra premium slot, you could get premiums. In fact, just with the odds, you probably will get a lot of premiums. But in those ultra premium slots is where you can get the gold foil and everything that's listed. That one right there, I think, is my favorite. The thermal ash. I love the effect.
Oh, wow. Yes.
Especially with the flamethrower, you can feel like you're there. Like I could feel heat coming off the screen right now.
Yeah, this is fantastic. And then you have your one of one.
Yep.
Holy cow.
So each leader, that blood foil effect, we're going to have 4 of each of those cards for the normal cards, but this infinite leader, which is an alternate version of the leaders, they're the one of ones, and they're the most rare cards, obviously, that come in our original pack sale is going to be these. And we do have a staking capability, which we can get into later, but the higher levels, the top 3 levels require you to have either a gold, a blood foil, or this infinite edition blood foil leader. So some of those are going to be required to get the highest levels of loot payout in the game.
Okay, so yeah, let's expand on that a little bit. So basically, you said you did the blood foil, and then you go up and you're able to stake the cards. And tell us a little bit about what it's basically staking. Can you still use the cards when you stake them?
Yes, it's going to be passive staking, so nothing leaves your wallet. We don't do anything with custody of the cards. It's all going to stay in the wallet. You will have to have 1 premium card, so something on this page to enable staking. And then once you have one of those staked, then you can get in. You can start staking cards. We also have 18 allied collections on Wax. We had an Allies of Warsaken tournament, and the top 18 vote getters in that became our allies, and their NFTs will be stakeable also. It will require one premium Warsaken NFT, but every day, based on the NFTs you own, you get XP for each card. Like this one here, I'm just going to throw out a number, could be 5,000 XP. Another card could be 15 XP, and the total XP gives you a rank. And then based on your rank, you get daily loot payouts, and you go in each day and claim loot, and loot is our in-game token. And the main purpose of loot is or the main thing to spend it on is going to be loot packs, which has a number of very rare, super ultra premium cards that can only be found in the loot packs.
Nice, nice. I'm gonna bring up to the stage one of our buddies that turned us onto the game. It looks like he has showed up.
Yes.
His name is Grevinator. We'll put him up here.
Can you guys hear me?
We can. Welcome to the show.
I feel like a princess on prom day.
Fantastic. So okay, so you get rewards in loot, okay, and so you have to have a premium card to stake, and then you get your rewards in loot, and you're able to buy loot packs. And so can you tell us a little bit about what's in these loot packs?
Yeah, they have 3 slots. They have 2 ultra premium slots. So anything, you can get anything in that card minted from a 1 of 1 up to 1 of 1,000. And then they have a loot slot, a loot crate, which could be anywhere from 200 up to 2 million loot on that card. And, you know, obviously it'll be mostly the 200 or 2,000 loot, but you have a chance of hitting it big. Those 2 card slots could also contain some of our most rare cards. We'll have territory owner cards, and they're not on this page. I think if you go to the loot page, then you can see some of those if you scroll down a little bit. And these will be rare because the territory owner cards and territory tenant cards, you can earn loot daily without any XP requirements. You just have that card and basically you get the loot. Wow. And so, yeah, so those are going to be the most rare. We have 35 territories, and there's going to be a 1 of 1 for each of the territories in the game.
Man, that's amazing. So the experience. So what do you use your just level up, or what? Tell us a little bit about how the experience system works.
Exactly. The XP you get for holding cards, and then that gives you a rank, and then the rank determines loot. Also, once we do have gameplay, you'll be able to earn XP for playing games, winning games, things like that.
Nice.
Yeah, here's the table that shows what the values are, as far as what the ranks are and how much daily loot, how much XP is required, how much daily loot you can earn. And the loot packs are 50,000 loot a piece. That's the price for the loot packs.
Okay.
Now, is there any plans, and this is just me asking, but is there any plans to take the loot coin and maybe throw it up on an exchange?
It's on Alcor right now, but it's not something that we've sold or that we're distributing. We're doing it as an in-game token only. So it's not a cryptocurrency. It's not something we're not going to have an IPO or a token offering or anything. It's just an in-game currency that can be traded because it is in the crypto world.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you can buy and sell it on Alcor right now.
Oh, very cool. So basically this is, you gain more experience, you get loot coins, you're able to get NFTs, and basically it's like a NFT to earn type of game.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We will have a free to play where you can come in and have a few sample decks and try out the game before, you come in and buy a bunch of cards. We'll also have a subscription service that'll be a few bucks a month, $3 to $5 a month, and you can come in and play with any standard card, and you can earn some XP that way, but it'll be lower than if you're playing with your own NFTs. Because if you're playing with your own NFTs, you've got some premiums in there. You can get some higher XP, whereas playing with the subscription, you can earn just not as high as if you own the NFT. So something for everyone, pretty much.
Wow, that's actually really cool. And it's so you're basically rewarded for playing the game. Either you come in and you start with a sample deck. I do love the subscription system. That's really neat. And if you actually own the NFTs, obviously you could even do a lot cooler stuff. So it's very rewarding for sure.
Yeah, when we started having discussions about how we wanted to do the pack sale, how many cards we wanted to have, it was interesting because I remember the discussion. I don't remember who said it first, but I remember I was thinking exactly what someone said. Like, I want to make sure people can play the game. And we're like, yeah, I want to make sure people can play the game. Like, that's the main thing. We're a game first company, and it's all about the game. And so that supports the economics of the game. That supports the loot. That supports the card sales, is to make a great game that people love to play. So it's not something that people come in and, they're clicking so that they can earn a token, so that they can click more to earn another token. This is something that's going to be driven by the gameplay. And so that's why we're releasing a lot of cards, but it is a limited number, because we do want to reward people with rarity who come in and buy early. But then we've also got the subscription, the free to play, just to open it up to as many people as possible.
Man, that sounds really cool. Since we have Grevinator here, Grevinator, can you tell us a little bit about how you found the project and how you got really interested in it? Because you're the one who turned us on to this, and I'm really thankful, because it's pretty awesome. Yeah, tell us about your experience and how you came here.
Yeah, so I actually got turned on to the project by a fellow whale and somebody that I play a lot of games with in the background, leased Comic War Standing, actually. And he said, hey, check this card game out. You're into he knows I'm into collectible card games, so jumped in there, checked it out, and he said, hey man, they're giving away free NFTs daily, bro. Check this out. So I went in there. I think I can't remember if I won one or if I lost miserably, but one way or the other, I started looking at the black camo effects, and man, that kind of like oil on water effect just really blew me away. And then just like I do with most projects, I just started reading more into it, and I was like, wow, this really has, first of all, I'm really into deck building games. I've always been into tabletop deck building games, and so that immediately is a big draw for me. And then beyond that too, I was just blown away by the amount of work that this team has put into the project. And just the more I learn about it, I feel like every couple days I'm like, oh, hey, I didn't know that was going to be a thing. And it's just one more added benefit. Plus, just getting to know the team. I've been spending a lot of time in the Discord, probably more than my wife would prefer. And I've been putzing around in there, and I just am blown away by the community and by the amount of passion for the project that people seem to have. And the project devs are just awesome. Coleman's been awesome, answered a lot of my questions, and I'm just really excited. I'm super excited for December 15th. I'm gonna buy all the packs, so the rest of you might as well just not show up.
I gotta interject here for a second. You didn't say that you've been taunting me, and you yeah, I'm gonna take
That's a lot of projects.
Like, he'll post a picture of a guy with skulls on his belt, and he's like, one of those skulls is Coleman's because I'm taking him down.
Yeah. The first I intend to be one of the first that plays Coleman and destroys him and sends him home crying.
He's first on my list right now. Yeah, if we can line that up and make that happen, he's the first one I'm going to play. So we'll check back in and let you know how that goes after it happens.
Oh man, that's so cool. And how you bet. This is what I love about this space, is that you could meet the devs, you can meet the people, in the projects, you could talk to them, you could have a good time. When I grew up playing a ton of games, and I know that Matt and Rune here, Grevinator and Rune here have as well. But we never got to meet our hero. Like, you're our heroes, really.
Wow.
You're making the games, and we love to play.
Yeah.
And we never get to meet anybody, and this is why the NFT space is so cool, because you get to actually meet the people you look up to and you like, and you get to play games with them. That's like the coolest thing.
Kind of like coming on an interview here and being on with Whale. And that was one of the first names when I came into crypto, was Whale and the Whale token. And yeah, look at this, look at all the cool art they have. So likewise, back at you guys. And I do want to give a shout out to our team. Brandon did the bulk of the work with the design and building, and he had different people he worked off, game testers and just tons of people. Matt also, who's one of our generals on our team, was highly involved in designing the game. So a huge shout out to them. Mike did come in late and, gave a little bit of advice down the very end of the stretch, but I'm mostly the crypto guy and the digital side. But yeah, I love what they've come up with, and super excited to get it out to the world.
Coleman, you said you're about a year in. Tell us about your experience on how you came to know the space and what you thought of it when you first started getting into it.
I started with crypto. I'm sure most of us did, and was bought a little bit of Bitcoin when it was actually down to like 4,000 when it hit that really low dip, and got lucky and talked to my wife. Said, "Hey, I want to put some money into this cryptocurrency." She's like, "I don't even want to hear about it. Just don't overdo it." And so I would kind of just little by little, and it ended up going really well. And as soon as I started hearing about NFTs, it really caught my interest because I'm a lifelong collector. I've played Magic and I collected baseball cards, other trading card games. And digital collectibles appealed to me because you don't have to clutter up your house with them. I collect Pez dispensers. I've got about 1,400 different ones, and that can take up a lot of space on the wall. So digital collectibles, you don't have that problem. So I actually got into Wax, the Bad Crypto podcast guys. Joel.
I follow them too.
Yeah. And so started following Wax and just really liked what was going on. And I've looked at ETH and some of the other stuff, and I just, the gas fees, a lot of people talk about, and just the prices where you can buy a few things and they've gone up in some amazing increases in value. But I love being able to try out different things. And I love the utility on Wax. So you can go in and play games, you can buy and sell, you can stake stuff and unstake, and it's practically free. You do have to have some Wax staked and all that. But there's almost no cost to get involved. So that's how I got involved with Wax. And right from the start, everything that I was doing, all the games I was playing, Alien Worlds and Our Planet and all those other things, they went crazy. And so I made some money off of them. And yeah, so I've been able to collect more, which has been great. So yeah, it was the obvious choice. When the team did decide to bring Warsaken to the blockchain, we did look at different blockchains, and they agreed that Wax was the best. And it is the most used blockchain in the world as far as number of transactions. It's carbon neutral. The token itself is affordable and has a lot of upside. So there's a lot of things. And the API has worked for what we needed to do. I'm not the technical guy, so don't ask me any other questions other than that. But
man, no, that's great. I love Wax myself. I don't actually get involved in as many Wax projects as I'd like to. But yeah, I was definitely, and we did have Alien Worlds on a long time ago. Great game, fantastic team, and I love what's going on Wax, to be honest. And like you said, carbon neutral, fantastic. It's really NFT friendly, which is nice. It's got a little bit refreshing because I do think the gas fees do turn a lot of people off. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I'll say that, just like you said, I heard about Wax through the Bad Crypto podcast, and I never really took the jump into that as much as I did with other projects and stuff. But I will say that this project is my introduction into the Wax universe. So this is my first collectible on here was a card on Wax. So from Warsaken. So yeah, awesome. You broke me into it.
Oh yeah, we got to thank Grevinator for that one also. He made the introduction. I know he sent you guys something. I want to give a shout out to him. Appreciate him. The Legion has been awesome. Like when we started from day one, we kept our Discord family friendly and positive. Like we kept it from the start. Like you can FUD, you can talk to, you can talk truth, and you can bring up honest concerns, but you can't put people down. There's no negativity. And the Legion just took off and ran with it. And we have people new people show up and everyone's like, welcome, let us show you around. What questions do you have? And it's such an awesome community. You can see from the comments, like We Are Warsaken just keeps coming up over and over. I see a bunch of names. I wish I could comment and shout out to every single one of them, but appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Glad you're here. So glad. Yeah, to be part of the Legion.
I do have a question for you, actually, from one of our mods. Actually, a big problem a lot of crypto card games have is the amount of bots. Have you guys thought about how you will handle it?
We have, and I'm not on the dev team. I have been in the discussions because I do know about bots from my experience in Wax, and we do have AntiBot procedures that we're planning on implementing. We have some now because with dropping 550 NFTs in our Discord every day, we do have that problem, and we have a constant stream of bot blocking. But some of it we don't make public to make it harder for bots to get in or to make it harder to go around. But for the gameplay and for earning XP, we definitely are going to make that a priority to make sure it's people playing the game, people clicking, and not bots just racking up XP that way.
Is there anything to prevent like extremely poor players from, not, to help us win?
I don't know this for a fact, but I imagine we'll have a ladder system where you can play people of your caliber, so you're not getting blown out of the water by people with tons of experience and you're just coming in for some fun. So don't quote me on that, but that's a plan that I think we're going to implement, whether it's, social games versus competitive games. We will have tournaments. The physical card deck or the physical cards, we have draft boxes and Cabal boxes where you can buy a set. And that reminds me about game modes I got to get to in just a second. You can buy a set and you can actually play single player in a trading card game. So you build your deck and you have to beat the Cabal level by level, and it gets harder every single level, which I'm super excited about. But we have 3 game modes that we've just developed so far. The main game is Warsaken, and that's 65 cards in your deck. You have a leader in 4 territories, and your goal is to knock out the enemy leader, and you have to make them compromise before you can attack them. And you can do that by knocking out all of their territories, getting their morale down to 0, or making them mill out their entire deck so they have nothing to draw on their pile. So that's Warsaken. It's going to take a little bit of time to get that on the blockchain and develop digitally. And so we came up with a quicker, lighter strategy game called Warsaken Blitz that'll be out about 2 months after launch. And it uses the same cards. It uses the same size deck, the same layout. But you'll see on the screen, you see some of those are forces, some of them are WMDs. We have weather cards, buildings. You have to match 4 of the same cards. So if you can get 4 Corporal Mark Rockwells, if you can get 3 in your hand, then you play those. And if it's a force, it takes out a territory. It's as simple as that. Like, you don't have to worry about crack shot and stealth and pick off. Just 3 of one card. And if it's a force, it takes out a territory. If it's a WMD, it takes out 2 territories, but you can only use those once a game. If it's a weather card, you get another turn. If it's a morale card, it causes 6 damage to the enemy morale. So it's about a 10-minute game rather than a 30-minute game. And that'll be the first game we have out, because we wanted to have something on the market that people can use their cards, can play, can start earning XP, and can challenge Grevinator in as quick as possible.
Yeah, and beat the heck out of them.
I like to pretend that, how Coleman says when you have to compromise a leader. I like to pretend that that's essentially that leader dropping his pants, and then it's just the last humiliating effort to put him out of his misery.
The good thing about playing with Grevinator is the fact that you would probably beat most people, but he'll always give a hug afterwards.
Oh, good.
That's true.
He'll make a meme of me dropping my pants then. I shouldn't have said that, because now it's going to be circulating on our... Can you edit that out? We're not live, are we?
We could edit that out.
Hashtag free hugs for everyone.
Oh, man.
There we go. Let's focus on that. I'm going to make a note of that.
So two things. You have quite the community. It looks like you have quite the international community. That's amazing. And the other, just a comment I want to make is, my uncle's going to freaking love this game. And I'm actually, after the stream, I'm going to call him up and tell him he's got to check it out. He's out over on the West Coast of the United States, so he's a few hours before me. But yeah, he's going to love this.
That's awesome. I can't wait to get on with my brother-in-law. He's a lifelong Magic player, and I've got friends in Washington and Vegas and Arizona. I want to jump online. I want to play with them, and we can do that. I can take my physical cards when we go visit, but we can jump on and play digital games, which I'm super excited about. True ownership, play to earn. I mean, it's got everything. I'm just as psyched as everyone else is, I think, just to get in and experience it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the coolest thing. So, most of my friends have moved away, and we don't get to see each other live anymore and get those free hugs.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, no idea. Yeah, it's really cool when we could kind of get together and we have this passion for NFTs now that we all kind of grew up and started together. And we get to play these awesome games online, and it feels really good. It's almost like we're getting older, and it's almost like we're kids again.
Yeah, one thing I want to say to that effect as well, and just kind of bridge off of what Coleman said, is it's amazing the community that we have in the Warsaken server and the age gap So I just turned 40. Coleman looks like he's at least 60, but you look great for 60.
Stop.
I'm just to say.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, we have, Coleman, this. We have high school people in our high school players in the Discord, and it's so cool to see that passion across different age ranges. And like you said, everybody's extremely helpful. Everybody is there for the game and for the community, and it's just really cool to think that that I can be playing with somebody, or let's just say I ever get good at the game, I could actually be mentoring somebody or playing the game with them, and not have to worry about looking like the weirdo in a tabletop store. Will you play a game with me?
Oh man.
Yeah, you're just game players. The last interview I did, we were kind of killing some time, and I said, post in the comments what country you're from. And within like 2 minutes, we had all 6 continents covered. I mean, it was we could have listed like 50, 60 different countries just in that stream. And I've never been part of, I lived in Puerto Rico for a couple of years. I visited South America, but I've never been part of something so international. Yeah. Shout out to Russia. We have a lot of Russian fans. Love you guys. Can't always talk to you in your language, but I appreciate making the stream. There's Luis, one of our fans. We are Warsaken. Luis, good to see you. I better stop because I can't shout out to every single person in the lead.
So I'm going to start. So I'm going to get everyone. I'm going to post some links in our stream text. So please, everybody, jump into that Warsaken server. So I just posted the Discord. Do you mind if I play the video for everybody?
Please play the video. We're like 10 minutes out on codes at least. So just to let you guys know, we got to let the cooldown expire from the previous codes. So that sounds awesome. Yeah, I love this teaser video.
Awesome. And so just before we go, the 10 minutes out, just to explain. So you have, once you put in one code, you have to wait until you can put in another code. What's the wait time like?
It's 3-hour cooldown. And so he'll put the link there for you to go to. It's warsaken.cards/redeem. You have to have a Wax wallet, and it'll ask for a code. And so you enter one of the codes, and RNG will do what it does, and you'll either be successful or not successful. And we have 2 codes. One is for a black camo. There's 50 of those, and one is for a promo. There's 500 of those. And so you don't know which one. When you pick a code, it'll be random. If you enter one and it says all NFTs for that code have been claimed, try the other one because you don't get a cooldown for that. But once you enter either a wrong code or you enter a code and you win, or RNG shuts you down, slaps you in the face, you can enter another one for 3 hours. And so we did a code drop in our Discord under 3 hours ago. So we're just giving everybody time to reset. So yeah, about 10 minutes from now is when we'll drop those codes.
Perfect. And so just a reminder to everybody, if you see a code on the stream text, don't click it or don't enter it in because that is not the code.
Those are shenanigans.
Those are shenanigans. And the only codes you will see, you'll see the well community, and you'll see the codes pop up then and there. And then over in stream text, over in Discord, you'll see them there. If you do not have a Wax wallet, go get one. And with that, I'm going to play this cool video, and then we'll be back, and then we'll talk a little bit more. All right, here we go. Let's see if I did this right.
You wanting war, let's go. Even infant leaders down on the floor. I take off with the loot, I don't fumble. And I put it on West while I run up the number. Cracking over me a pack. Yeah, I'm about to nuke them where they at. If you play the game, then you get the loot. You claiming it now, it's belonging to you. I'm launching a realistic missile to destroy territory. Snipers eliminated the enemy leaders cause it's mandatory. Man, I feel sorry for you if you ain't on my team cause we always lit. If you trying to get down with some action, it ain't too late for you to go and enlist. Warsaken.
Okay.
I get chills every time I see that.
Yeah, same.
That is one of my favorite promo videos that I've seen in a long time.
I have a question actually. Will the effects in the game kind of mirror the video, like the snipers going off? Will they have that like satisfying like shot on the generals? Because that would be awesome.
So here's something cool. We plan to release that as in-game effects as NFTs, and so you'll be able to buy those with loot.
Oh, that's amazing.
And
I did
trade
not know that.
Yeah, and so if you've got a certain card, or if you've got tanks, and all tanks do this, or if you've got a certain WMD you love playing, you can go buy that specific effect. And so yeah, that'll be something else you can do with loot down the road. Some sound effects, the video effects, like you saw. Some of them will be included in the game because we do want the game to be visually appealing, aesthetically pleasing as you're playing. But some of it will be available as NFTs.
Some of us are hardcore tabletop players that spent, let's just, not me, a guy I know, spent way too much money on games like, Marvel, I can't think of the name of it, Dice Masters and things like that. Are you planning on doing digital accessories like playmats, dice, anything like that, where you can get customized NFT effects, just like you were talking about?
We will. We already have some playmats designed, physical playmats, and we are going to bring that to the digital game. Dice is something that we in Blitz you need dice, and so I imagine we'll have our own dice. But yeah, we have talked about it, doing as much of that because we come from gamers. All four of us on the team at different levels and in different environment or in different systems have played games our whole life. So yeah, we love the feel of that. And there's little things that some projects, one little thing that always sticks out to me is when we went to design the cards, and again, I'm not the technical guy. I don't know the difference between an APNG and a video and an MP4. But the card, a certain one of them, you can only have square corners. And Brandon's like, that will not do. We cannot have square corners on our cards because there's no way you would ever see a game like a Magic card or Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! With square corners because they would get. And so we had to go with a completely different, we had to do this big workaround to get our videos or our effects working so that you could have rounded corners because that's just like the industry standard. So little things like that we're paying attention to. So, any of the big things we can, we're going to make them as fun to play as possible for people like Grevinator and like DC and Ruin, I'm sure, who are also gamers, to enjoy as much as possible.
If they're anything like my Pokemon cards, then they'll be chewed on the edges as well.
Now, do you chew on those, Grev, or?
It's a combination. It's really a group effort.
Oh man! All right. While we wait for the code to reset, let's go into the drop because I am very interested in this drop of the promo video. I'm not sure if that was Grev rapping in there, but it was really cool.
It was.
No, fantastic. I love listening to these rap songs for the NFT games. I'm kind of I nerd out a little bit because they're pretty cool. Like there's one for Breed Mania on the Axes. It always gets me no matter what. It's really catchy. But that Warsaken trailer, holy cow. I'm ready to jump into this right now. Like if you said that the drop was now, I would be right there.
I wish it was. We actually recorded 4 different artists with different lyrics, and that was the best one. So yeah, that's one of those things where, like, the highest level we can. Oh yeah, here we go. Pack sale page, or the details page anyway of the pack sale. Okay,
so give us a rundown. So we want to be there. We're probably going to send a blast out to the whale community when it's going down because a lot of us are like, come on, we want to get in. So tell us about when this happens and what to expect and all of that.
December 15th at 9 a.m. Pacific time is the sale. And the team is working. Everybody's like heads down, doing everything we can to get ready. Because a lot of what we've built from the ground up, as you can see, because we want to make sure we can control it. It will be by credit card, and we have 3 different pack levels. The one you're showing right there is the middle pack, the elite pack. There's one more above that. That's our booster pack. Maybe if you could scroll up to that one, it'd be a good place to start. Absolutely. We will have pack limits. We don't have those out yet, and we don't have a white list. And those are 2 questions we often get. So yeah, here's our booster pack, and you can see $4.99 is the pack, and you get 18 cards in it. You get 1 premium in every pack. So if you buy a pack, you'll be able to stake. And that premium slot could be anything minted from 1,000 all the way down to 25. And then you get 1 resource, and the rest you can see you get a territory slot and a rank 3 or 4 slot. The rest is it could be could be any of the standard cards. And these are black bordered cards in our booster packs, but you get a good number of cards. You get 18 cards in the pack at a pretty affordable price. So again, we want people to be able to get in, to own cards, and to come in and play. They don't stake for a ton, to be honest, but you can upgrade these into Fireforged and metal cards and get a lot more XP if you're after XP, and get a little bit of a bonus on the Fireforged.
Wow. You know, the one thing I do want to say is this sounds very, very generous. And I love the fact that you could spend $5 on a booster pack, and you're able to stake right off the bat. Like you said, it's not a ton of staking, rewards, but you can upgrade it later on. And that's really cool that you could jump into something like as cool as this for just a tiny amount of money. That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm super excited about it because you really can't find any packs out there where cards are less than $1. It seems like is a really low end, and so we wanted to get cards out there. We want to get cards in people's hand. If this is if they just want to come in and play, then you got this. We don't have the rarities worked out yet. We want to make sure we have exact numbers before we put them up, so that's why they're all zeros for now.
Oh man, that's really cool. Okay, let's go down to the elite pack, because this is still good. I mean, I'm used to on Ethereum where I'm spending like $1,000 to get in the game. Yes. So when I see these numbers, I'm like, heck yeah, this is awesome.
You'll need, if you want to play the game and build a deck, you'll need about 5 packs just to have some variety, be able to build a deck.
Gotcha.
But yeah, really, if you're doing $5 packs, it's really super affordable. We have seen bigger growth and faster growth than we anticipated. So I really hope that, we have enough packs to go around. We are doing pack limits because we do want to get them in as many hands as possible. But yeah, same with you. We set the prices where people can come and get whatever they need. This pack, you've got an ultra premium slot, so that could be anything up to the 1 of 1s, and then you also have a premium slot, a rank 4 slot, and a rank 3 slot. So the other deck had a rank 3 or 4 slot, and these are all full art cards. So the other ones are standard; they have the black borders. These are full art, and so these are all uncommon cards, except for the premium and ultra premium.
Wow. Very cool. And then you have this, oh man, this looks good too.
Yeah. So if someone wants to get in and wants to get, high stakeability power, or just get the super effects, 2 ultra premium slots, 3 premium slots, and then 2 of the special edition resource cards in this pack. And this is kind of more along the lines of what you'd see in a standard release with the rarity increases. So we feel like still a pretty good value. If you look at our black camos, the low end of those right now is like 30 or 35 wax is really low. If you're getting like a rank 1, is about as low as you see them on the market. And those are just the giveaways. We haven't sold anything, but you can find them on the secondary market. And so if you look at those prices and look what you're getting here, still a huge value compared to what's on the market now and the response we've gotten so far.
Yeah, absolutely. No, this is fantastic. And we'll talk about some things I've learned over the years in a few minutes. But tell us a little bit about this upgrade medals.
Yeah, so if you take 5 of the common cards we talked about, the black bordered cards, you can upgrade them to an uncommon, and then you get the uncommon. You can see it has the little medal in the corner. And so this is a burn mechanism. We'll take those 5 commons, we'll burn them, and you can increase the XP quite a bit from 1. So you have a total of 5 XP for those cards, and now you have 20 XP. And then if you go down, you can upgrade those uncommon cards. And just for reference, the commons are the same as the promos. So you can substitute a promo for any one of the commons you see there in the trade. And the promos is what we're giving out right now. There's 500 of each promo. The commons are going to be minted in higher quantities than that.
Oh, okay. This is totally making sense to me now. Wow, this is really cool.
Upgrading does get a little complex. Like we're talking about doing an AMA just on upgrading when it comes live, because there are a lot of questions and there are some options, and we built that so everyone can have whatever appeals to them.
Would you? So, and this is just a question for the future, but would you mind coming on when you do come out with some new systems? We'd love to have you on again.
No, we'd love to come back. We'd love to come back anytime, and I can bring someone else on the team. So yeah, there's a second upgrade. If you upgrade 5 uncommons, then you can get the Fireforged card, and the Fireforged card comes with 10 extra health, which is kind of a cool bonus.
Gotcha.
If you use one of these cards in it, you can swap these out for any card. So if you have 4 copies of card and you want to use 1 upgrade card, then you can do it. Or you can use 2 copies of 1 card and 3 first wave upgrade cards. And if you use one of those, then you get a first wave Fireforged edition. And that is thousands of times higher XP than what the base card was. And so you've got, and yeah, it's a lot to get into. Our site will kind of walk you through it and give you options. Like you can say, what if I use a first wave? Then you can see how much XP you got. We've got the upgrade system built, and I don't think a lot of people have heard about that because it's just in the background. We haven't released it yet, but I've seen it and how it works, and it's pretty dang cool. And we're only selling 250 of these for set one. So for Genesis of Conflict, there's only ever going to be 250,000 of these upgrade cards. And people are going to have to choose how they want to use them. You know, do you use them on a common upgrade, or do you hold them for the second one to get the power? You know, if you've got a really rare leader that you want to upgrade, obviously you're going to want to use some of these instead of getting more copies of the leader. So some strategy there as well.
Wow. Yeah, it's like a strategy within the strategy.
Yeah, I have to say that the amount of options available for this game are absolutely limitless. It seems. I mean, gosh, you could go up against really anybody, and you have potentially no idea what they could be throwing at you.
Yeah.
And then if you are familiar with someone, so if I, crush Grevinator, which I normally did in the past, then he could come back with something else and I could be like, oh yeah, I got this. And then bam, he, just, yeah, this is amazing.
Thank you. The comment you just posted by Matt, he's one of our team members. He's one of the 4 on the team. And one of the reasons why it's so complex and well developed is we weren't just like 4 guys who liked each other and said, let's come up with an NFT project. We had this awesome game and we're like, who do we need to make this the most successful? Brandon and Matt did most of the development of the game itself. And Brandon does a lot of the user interface, user experience stuff, and the art. He's pretty incredible. And then we found a dev who is just amazing. The stuff he does and pulls off and shows every time he comes out with something new. I'm like, man, he's a sorcerer, because that is just, I don't know how someone does that and develops that. So we've got just a really good team of guys. Then we've got great mods that are running our Discord, and we're hiring artists that are just awesome. And so just the people we're choosing, we're just super selective, demanding the highest quality. One more quick example on the art. I saw Brandon go back and forth with the artist sometimes. We had one character who's crouched and she's a spy and she's got binoculars, and it's really cool. We tried to get her started off in a prone position where she's lying behind a hill and she's got the binoculars up and she's looking, but we just weren't getting in. It just wasn't right. The action wasn't right. And so we scrapped the entire card, had the artist start over, had to pay for a new art on it, and loved the effect that it came out with, where she's crouched and there's so much action and you can see that, something's about to happen. So that kind of stuff happened. If it's not meeting the quality standards, then we'll just back up and make sure it happens that way.
Man, that's so cool. Well, should we release the codes?
I think we should. I think it's
okay.
We're ready.
Okay, I am just typing them out now. I have a few places to go with these.
They're going to show up in the Discord and on YouTube at the same time then for people?
I am going. Okay, and I have them both kind of queued up. See, I got to get rid of the thing here.
Good luck, everybody. Again, you go to warsaken.cards/redeem. And I imagine the link will be up as well. Enter one code or the other. You may get a black camo. You may get a promo. You may get RNG'd, unfortunately, which is random number generator. But I'm crossing my fingers for everyone here in the stream.
Okay, it is up. Everyone go. Go, go, go. Grev, you want to give us some music or something?
Here's where it gets really quiet in the chat because everybody disappears.
We're not under any copyright, don't worry.
Oh, sorry.
And everyone who knows Grevinator, he did not get the code early and did not get the 1 of 1. So there you go.
Yes, I did.
No.
I actually got a black camo out of that.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna put mine on the screen. I'm gonna put mine on the screen. Hang on. Let's see. Let me share my screen here. So that was so easy and fast. Geez, that's really cool.
I want to see what you got.
Let me show it. Now tell me if this is good. So I don't know yet what's good and what's not.
The easy answer is everything's good. So
okay.
I get the question a lot, like what should I buy? But yeah, I'll let Grevinator this in there.
Yeah,
you know,
I can talk to this a little bit. So it has to do with the leader that you're going to at some point devote yourself in all of what you are to a leader. I have of course chosen Baron Valoran, the only valid leader, the only one that really matters. He is a naval commander primarily, so for the most part I would be looking for cards that, you know, supplement my naval arsenal. But that may very well be different. There's I mean, the interesting thing about this project is that it's a war project, but yet also somewhat sci-fi in a lot of ways. So there are stealth mechanics, there are ninjas, there are WMDs. So you really just want to follow. The easiest way that I would explain it is that you want to pick your leader and then kind of build based around that leader. At the same time, you know, focusing on one leader might leave you at a slight disadvantage if you go up against somebody who's strong against naval in my case. So I'm also going to be working on that contingency. But is that a good answer for you, Coleman?
That's a great answer. That's a great answer. Yeah, that's a gameplay answer, which is what we like. And so if I know that he's playing Valoran, which I'm making my notes here.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
Heavy Navy. Then I know what to prepare against. But yeah, when I show up next time to play him, he may pull out his. I'll throw Matt a bone here. His Lockwood deck. Matt's a big fan of Lockwood, Chancellor Lockwood, and so yeah, you never know what you'll be facing, and you could build something that'll take out ninjas all day long, but then does not do good about Air Force, because we've got Navy, our ground forces, and Air Force, and they can only block the same type. So yeah, a lot to think about. And then for Blitz, if you're just looking at Blitz and you want to pick up 4 of these, he's a rank 1, but he's as powerful in Blitz as a rank 4. He's a force, and so if you can get him and a couple buddies down on the table, then they can take out a territory.
Oh man, that's cool. So those of you who are in the YouTube chat, the YouTube actually kind of scrunched up the code a little bit. Unfortunately, we have spaced out. But I'm throwing it up on the screen, so you can either try this one that you see on the screen or the next one that I will shoot up there in just a second. So apologies on how that was YouTube kind of mungled the code. But yeah, so definitely try it. Don't click on others that are posting the code. So
yeah,
please don't do that.
Please don't do that because you'll be locked out.
I'm going to drop some alpha here real quick. I have 5 promos to give away to one lucky audience member who is here today. And 5 promos, as we were just talking about, is enough to make a metal card. So I will let you guys handle the giveaway however you want to do for that. And then I'll send the cards to Coleman. So I don't get my account flagged, Coleman. And then we'll give some of those away as well.
Okay, so
the one lucky winner gets 5 promos.
I'll tell you what. So the YouTube, do we just want to do? Oh yeah, you said you wanted it to do the one lucky winner because because you could forge it. Wow, that's really cool.
It's a cool mechanic that I'd like to highlight. That was my thought process. If you want to destroy all my hopes and dreams, then I suppose you can do whatever you want. I'll submit to your will.
I might. So the YouTube definitely, because the code came out all jumbled. Apologies. Let's do it YouTube only chat. So maybe we'll pick a few others, but we're gonna do. This is gonna get.
Here's an idea.
What's that?
If I pull up the cards, and we count the serials on the card, so the mint numbers, because it could be any number from 1 to 500 for each.
Okay.
So if somebody guesses the number, what would somebody with math skills tell me what the total would be? Because it's anything up to what 5 times 500.
Yep. So anything between 5 and 2,500, right?
So whoever guesses closest to that value wins the 5 promos. Does that work?
Yeah. Let me.
Sorry if I made that too complicated.
Guesses, yeah.
Very complicated.
You can see the number between 5 and 2,500, basically, right?
Yeah. So okay, I'm gonna put. Yeah, it's too complicated. That's right. So we're gonna do 5. Let's do 1. Okay, let's do 5 and 2,500. So you have to guess a number. I'm putting it in the chat. Guess a number between. Okay, and then the person, and Grevinator is going to quickly give me the answer. So don't start yet. Those of you typing numbers, not going to count.
Don't start yet.
So we're gonna take it at 3:56. So Grevinator, please give me the number in the Discord chat that we have, and I'm going to post this on here, and we're gonna start it at 3:56 p.m. my time. So wherever you're at,
1 minute.
So 1 minute, so I can see when people.
Any guesses right now are do not count.
That's correct. So if you're doing a guess at 3:55, it will not count. So Grevinator, give me that number, and I will be watching for it as we go. The number spams are intense. I've been in a few of those. Okay, so this is again this is for YouTube only. Okay, YouTube only. So go ahead. And if we don't have let's start it now. If we don't have a winner within let's say 5 minutes, then we'll try something else.
Can I guess my own number?
Yeah, of course you would want to guess your own number.
I have a pretty good feeling I know what it is.
Man,
now what would happen if I guessed wrong is the better question.
What would happen if you guessed? And those of you that are running this, you could guess more than once. So keep going, and we're going to keep going until someone gets it or gets close.
I don't know what the number is, so I can't even watch it.
Wow. There's some really close ones right now. That's crazy.
While you guys are watching the number, I'm going to answer a question that I saw come up. A couple of people asked, when will staking be available? And so I'll go over just the timeline a little bit. We're still working out all the details because, like I said, the dev team and all of us are heads down trying to get everything ready for launch in 12 days. Our plan is to launch on the 15th, and then within 2 or 3 days, we'll have pack opening, probably closer to 3. And then within another about 3 days after that, we'll have staking. So all within about a week of each other, and it could go a couple days either way. Between the pack sale, pack opening, staking will be available. And as far as our allies staking, that will be about 45 days after staking for Warsaken card starts. We got to build that system. We have to work with each of them to get the numbers worked out because they're going to set their own weights for the staking.
Wow.
No winners yet, huh? Some people.
No winners yet. So they're so close. So close.
Should we narrow it down when we get to a certain point? And
this sounded like such a great idea when I came up with it.
Now, I want everyone to know this was Grevinator's idea. Okay? This was Grevinator's idea. So, yeah.
I was just going to have Coleman ask a question that only the community that really, really know it know, but, that's okay. Numbers work.
There's no better RNG than number spam.
You were just looking for engagement.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually have a question about the combination system, Coleman, if I can ask that here. So the four for the first wave combination cards in the example shown, you can do 2 uncommon. In the example, it shows infinite leaders, but are the hit point bonuses, are those only for leader combinations, or are those for any card? Possibly.
You'll get huge bonuses with the fire. First of all, with Fireforge, and if you use Fireforge and one upgrade, then you get the giant bonuses as well. The numbers are not the same across the cards, so the ratios aren't the same. So an infinite leader uncommon is like 300, but then an infinite leader first wave Fireforged is 90,000 XP. So you can see there's a huge difference there. The numbers are going to be gigantic like that, but not the exact same ratios.
Okay, that's really cool to know that there's different results. I did not realize that. So I'll be really looking forward to that upgrade AMA. It'll
be close, and I'm not sure if we'll do an AMA or we want to get the information out there. Most of we're building the site so it's as self-explanatory as possible. So when you go in there, you can see what it is. But the general idea is the same. If you upgrade anything to Fireforge, it's going to be a huge increase. And if it's a first wave card involved where you're using one of those upgrade cards, then it'll be a massive increase. So you can get the general idea of what it is based on any of the other cards. Do we have one?
We got it. We got it. Holy cow. We got it.
He's a friend of the show, member of the Legion.
Number guessing done.
Okay. Oh man. Wow.
Can we say who the winner was?
Yeah, it's on screen. So what I'll have them do is actually go into the whale Discord. So I'm going to post the Discord right here, and send me a DM, and then I'll with your Wax wallet, and then we'll have our buddy Grevinator send you the cards. Yeah, that's cool. Wow, good job, everybody.
Awesome. We had to do that
today.
Man. Oh, okay. So with that, I mean, this was a fantastic stream. Really excited that you came on with us, Coleman. We're really excited about your game, and again, the cards look amazing. Not just saying that as a gamer, the attention of detail is just unbelievable. And I grew up playing Magic and all kinds of other stuff, and of course, I used to beat Grev at a lot of games, and it was fun before he left.
Don't forget, I did too.
That's right. Rune did too.
I don't remember it that way, but I can't.
You're getting old, like you said. So we really like to have you on again, and awesome. And just before we go, again, remind everybody that I believe the drop's coming up really soon. So please remind everybody, and we'll have exactly. This is the man right here. So we're gonna run that trailer as we go out, but before we do, give us a final rundown of the drop dates, and then I'm gonna post the Discord server in our chat, and then we're gonna run that trailer, and we're gonna go out.
I want to thank you guys for having me on here, and Grevinator for setting it up. We've been friends in Discord for a while, so it's good to hear his voice and chat and joke around. I'm going to add future friend of the show to my title, my official title now, since you've invited me back. It's as good as happened, and I'll bring Matt or Brandon with me when I come back, so they can have some fun with us. The launch is December 15th, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we are going to, you can get more details, Warsaken.com. You can see the cards, and the launch will be at Warsaken.cards is where the launch is. So both of those are good to notice. Our Discord is discord.gg/Warsaken. Come on in there, say hi. I'll be in the Discord right now. If any of the whale members want to jump over there and chat and get to know people, I'll be over there for a little bit. But yeah, thanks again for having us. Thanks to the Legion for showing up. Thanks to the whale fans for being here. It was a lot of fun.
And thanks again, everybody. Legion, man, what a crew! And thanks for joining us. And we're gonna play this freaking awesome trailer with Grevinator rapping. No, just kidding. All right, thanks everyone.
If you want war, let's go. Leaving enemy leaders down on the floor. I take off with the loot, I don't fumble. And I put it on West while I run up the number. Cracking over me a pack. Yeah, I'm about to nuke them where they at. Yeah, if you play the game, then you get the loot. You claiming it now, it's belonging to you. I'm launching no ballistic missile to destroy territory. Snipers eliminated the enemy leaders cause it's mandatory. Man, I feel sorry for you if you ain't on my team, cause we always lit. If you trying to get down with some action, then it ain't too late for you to go and enlist.
Warsaken.
Boom.